So now we're moving up the leg. We did roll out our tibialis anterior. So now we're going to start working on the quadriceps, so the front of the leg. And I have my awesome pants on so you can see the surface area that we are really working here. There's sartorius, one of my favorite ones. It's that soccer muscle. You can always, all the soccer players have it. And it does this swivel almost with the leg here. And then we have all of these quadricep muscles right here that lay right on top of the thigh. And then we have the inner thigh, the adductor muscles right in here. So there's a lot of crisscrossing in here, and there's a lot of imbalances that can happen. So one of the things that I always say about the quads is that as they shorten, because we are in a seated posture, so our hips are always flexed all the time. And then our knees flexed, and then our ankles flexed. So we're in this posture all the time. So our quads start to shorten. So with the foam roller, what we're doing is we're creating that space again. So then the torso, the back muscles, can start pulling the torso back into alignment. So join me, grab your foam roller, and we're just going to roll the quads in 3 areas. So we're going to be face down on the roller, but you're going to place the roller as high as you can here. And then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to rock back and forth. So I'm overreacting, but we're just going back and forth on that section 3 to 5 times, and then we'll roll to the center, same thing, and then roll just above the knee, so we never ever roll over the knee or on the knee, and then we'll roll that section out. Okay, so let's get on the mat here. So you're going to try to land the foam roller as high on the hips that is comfortable for you. Perfect. And then make sure that you relax your feet. Don't tighten your legs or anything. Try to soften the legs so that the gravity can do the work for us. Come down to your forearms. Bring the shoulders down. Don't let the shoulders creep up the shoulders here, or to the ears, I mean. And then we'll begin. So we'll get comfy on the forearms, and then we can roll to the side. And then we'll roll to the other side. You might need to use your hand to help roll the legs on the roller. You can also roll back and forth a little bit, trying to break up the muscle fibers. You saw there's a lot of tissue that's crisscrossing in the front of the quad. And we'll roll to the other side. Making sure that you're breathing, alerting the brain that there's nothing to be worried about. There's no threats, that you are in control of what's happening on the quad area. All right, so we'll just keep rolling back and forth, trying to soften that tissue, moving slowly. You might feel all the fibers and all the layers of the muscles in the quads kind of rolling over them. Kind of like pling, pling, pling. That's just extra tight tissue. So if you can anchor that tight tissue against the foam roller and hang out there for a little bit, try to let the body soften on the foam roller, you might get an awesome release in the quad. Quads are our primary moving muscles. It's a huge, huge group of muscles. All right, so now we'll crawl forward, moving the roller to the center of the quads, and then start rolling side to side. Ooh, that was a big. So we're slowly rolling from side to side. Don't want to roll fast. Nice and slow is non-threatening to the muscle tissue. You won't tighten up, or the body will allow you to do what you're doing because it trusts you. Wow. There we go. I got a nice release there in the center of the quad. then you can kind of roll back and forth a little bit on those tight areas. Just kind of inviting them to release. And then we'll move one last area just above the knee, so we'll crawl forward a little bit. The roller moves down the thigh to just above the knee. And then we'll start rolling from side to side. Noticing which quad is the tightest. And when you find those sweet spots, seems to be my right quad that is extra tight. Just hang there. You can kind of go back and forth, forward and backwards instead of side to side, and see if you can get that muscle tissue to let go. Let go of all that tangled muscle fibers. Let them realign. And that's exactly what we're doing with the foam roller, is we are realigning all of the tangled muscle fibers. Oop, that is a big knot right there. Or muscle, all the fibers feel really bunched right there. On my left quad too. Yikes. Alrighty. So once you feel like that has been even, we're going to take our time. We're going to roll back so that the knees meet the mat. There we go. Nice and easy. Please take your time. Always take your time getting off the foam roller. Even if it's slower than me, take your time. From here, we're going to come to tabletop spine, all fours, rock the hips side to side. Typically get some good adjustments there in the pelvic girdle, especially since you've created all that space in the front of your leg now. Perfect. All right. So now if you want, what you can do is you can start doing these 3 areas that we've been working the last few days. The feet, we were rolling the feet with the nano, or a tennis ball works just fine as well. You can also do tibialis anterior, and then you can roll the quads. And if you start doing that every day, I guarantee you'll start feeling the changes and the differences in your body and how you feel. So if you experience lower back pain or foot pain or anything in that area, knee joint pain, things like that, loosening up and softening the tissue in our legs can really help start to relieve that and reverse those imbalances. Let me know if you have any questions about these foam rolling demos. Be happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you in the next live. Take care, everyone.